to say welcome back on our radio station live in Virginia, USA, coming to you from South Africa. I'm Arthie Moore, and you're listening to the Compassionate Leader of Influence. The theme for this season is the Visionary Entrepreneur, and you're listening to episode 7. And I'm talking into a very, very, very strong, passionate topic that I love, and it's Ladies and Gentlemen Unite. Ladies and gentlemen unite, collaborating for each other's success. And so when we look at this, you know that you are back with IBGR.network. It is the International Business Radio Network that is built for business owners who want to start, grow, or exit a business. So if you loved what I had to say, if you loved anything that any of our other on-air talent had to say, go to IBGR.network and download the show notes. Every single every single show is also uploaded as a podcast, which you've got access to. There are also ebooks, and what's incredible is that you've got access to all of this through our Chamber of Commerce. There's community. There's also an app that you can download on the iOS and Play Store, the Google Play Stores as well. And it allows you to engage and connect and have conversations live with a lot of our on-air talent. So I want to say welcome again. If you're listening to me for the first time, welcome. We're welcoming you to grow with us, the IBGR family. And so when you look at it, we are heard in over 152 countries. So here's some stats. 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. All of our show hosts are business owners providing practical tools to help you start, grow, or exit your business. We provide an integrated approach to support your business. Listen to our shows. We have live shows and they're recorded. They're also podcasts and show notes from 24 hours a day, 168 hours a week, and over 5,100 hours of broadcasting. Engage by joining our community of commerce. And when you engage, you get to connect with our other show hosts and other entrepreneurs from around the world. And it allows you to bridge the gap between knowing and doing, which allows us to then apply what is being spoken about on this platform. Apply by downloading our mobile app and have solutions to your business issues on demand. We are your business application of choice, and that is the IBGR mobile app. With that, I'm welcoming you once again. So if you are a returning listener, thank you. It is a privilege to have you on my show. I am live from Virginia, USA, where our broadcasting station is, but I am based in South Africa right now. Now, that is the privilege and the excitement of having technology work for us in our favor. So one of the things we're talking into in terms of ladies and gentlemen, unite, collaborating for each other's success, and working out how we can realign the injustices that have gone before and still continue right now. How do we as entrepreneurs step up differently? And so I wrote a few things that would make sense to you, because I believe that with awareness comes responsibility for us to do something about, take action. So what action are we going to take? And I came across another beautiful saying, and I have no idea who wrote it, but I thought it actually made sense for what I'm talking into right now. The saying, and this goes for both men and women, says one of the greatest tragedies in life is to lose your own sense of self and accept the version of you that is expected by everyone else. Now, I'm just going to take a breath there while you think into that one. One of the greatest tragedies of life is to lose your own sense of self and accept the version of you that is expected by everyone else. So when you look at it, how much have you dumbed down yourself, who you are, because you're a man or a woman and you've got to fit into the environment to make other people feel good about themselves? How many times have you dumbed down who you are to make other people feel better about themselves? How many times have you been bullied into submission just because you are a woman in a man's world? How many times have you allowed people to take advantage of you just because you wanted to fit in and not step out for fear of being antagonized and bullied within the work environment. How many times have you had your ideas stolen from you? When you've done all of the work, you put in all of the effort, but it's only because of your gender that you were overlooked. Now, I will come across very strongly on this one because it pisses me off. It makes me angry when people actually do this to each other, and that's an injustice. It's an injustice to both men and women when this happens. Because if you stand by complacently while you watch this injustice happen, you are part of being the perpetrator of injustice in this world. So it's useless saying be the change you want to see in the world if you allow this to happen around you and you keep quiet and you're complacent. And then all you can do is talk about it in a motivational speech or to people in your home environment or work environment, or when you're having a drink and you're having a barbecue or a braai, and then you talk about this incident that happened at work, or you talk about and you laugh about what you saw, and you think it's funny when people belittle each other based on their gender, based on their culture, based on their uniqueness, based on their disability, based on their sexual orientation, based on their age, based on their religion, based on the way they dress, based on their beliefs, based on the way they speak. How many times have you stood by while those injustices happened? You're equally to blame. And for some people, this will be a very, very bitter pill to swallow. But you see, in order to move you, I need to move you from where you're at right now to where you deserve to be. I need to move that thinking by challenging your mindset. So it makes sense to ask you. I mean, firstly, delve into your own thinking and your own belief systems and question yourself. And when you can answer yourself honestly, answer these questions. What are your own expectations from people around you? How do you treat people of both genders within your own sphere of influence? Do you seek to uplift or dismiss on your daily interactions without realizing it? Do you seek to uplift or dismiss people in your daily interactions without even realizing it? When it comes to equal opportunity, who do you favor as your priority? Now, that is going to be a very, very interesting one to understand. Who do you favor as your priority when it comes to equal opportunity? And when you look at the way people around you are promoted or given favorable positions, it makes sense to ask the question, do you base this on income, that they're worth it or not worth it? Do you base it on these are my favorite people and I enjoy being with them because they're the same culture, religion, age, gender, the same as me? They like the same sports as me. They like the same foods as me. Or do you seek different and unique? Because when you look at the way you promote the people around you, or you give favorable positions, income, or even opportunities to grow within the organization, how fair has it been to this point? As a business owner and entrepreneur, how fair has it been to this point? And we need to understand that. There are a lot of people who are asking this question. Now look at what you can do differently going forward. What can you do differently going forward? Well, I believe that if you looked at the simplicity of communication, how fair is your communication with everybody? How much do you help people to grow? How much are you willing to help people grow? So how fair is your communication? Is it an open communication with the person that you enjoy being with? Or is it open communication with everybody regardless? How do you connect? Because you see, the way you connect with people talks volumes about you. Do you only connect with like minded people, or do you actually reject people who don't speak like you, who don't speak into you, or who reject your thinking? So you reject them. But then that does not stimulate a different way of thinking. It doesn't stimulate new perspectives. It doesn't stimulate your thinking out of the box to ask, why do they think differently to you? You see, to engage in different perspectives, it takes courage. When I spoke about courageous conversations earlier, I meant it. It takes courage and it takes guts for you to connect with every person you interact with, whether you like them or not. You see, it talks a lot to your value system and your integrity as a human being. It talks a lot to who you are and whether you are willing to step up, because your very essence, your example as a human being, encourages other people to feel comfortable and to show off their authentic selves. And when people start to show off their authentic selves, you suddenly have got access to very different talent, very different gifts, different experience, different knowledge, different wisdom. How do you empower others and how do you encourage them? How do you entice the real human being to come out rather than make them fight each other based on gender? How do you intentionally build people? Do you share opportunities? Do you improve incentive schemes for both men and women, knowing and understanding that the journey of both are different? When you look at the perspectives from a woman's point of view, there is so much we need to be cognizant of. They have got more roles and responsibilities at the home, with family, with social, with interaction, with religious, with get togethers, with having to think about everything for everybody. That is why they multitask, not because they enjoy it, but because they have to do it because nobody else stepped up for them. So surely they should be remunerated or acknowledged at least for the value that they bring into the workplace and to the people around them. And then realistic expectations based on the roles and responsibilities of both genders is an important one. And I would question very, very clearly, how does ego affect this conversation? And with that, I'm going to switch out from take a quick 2 to 3 minute break on our radio station, and I'll be back with you right now.